Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we will be going baling. So the baler is just finished, they just have to put knives on it. So they finished that up yesterday. All new teat, all serviced, all greased, all checked. We had to change the duplex chain, there was a link broke on it when we were at it. I'm going to go in now and get the rake onto the 7618 because that's what Bro wants to start off with, and we just have to run around the rake, give it a grease. There should be nothing else to do with it. We'll go do the first base silage. So Ma's rake is on, so Brendan and Eric are going to get her greased up. That's all that has to be done with that. Everything is left right on it since last year, so it's just a grease and then she's ready to rock and roll. We're heading off at 12 o'clock to start rowing, then I'm going to start baling. At 2 o'clock, Ro is going to come after me then to bring in the bales for the farmer we're starting off for, and I think I have more mowing to do for another customer. Only about 4 acres. Haven't heard from him yet, so he was going to test his nitrogen to see whether it was ready to cut or not. So to go to Liv now and bring our straw down to calves. Now Liv, is there a bale of straw for our calves? Why? The whole shed?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
10 days.
Why?
So we use powder.
Oh. We overbought powder, so now it's a case of putting all the powder we bought into the calves. So these guys are the lucky guys. These are all getting more powder.
So they're getting 10 days extra.
You haven't caught in the net. So we're just waiting on a bit of time to get these guys out to grass, just at the back of the shed. But they're doing well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they are. Here we have the latest addition to the farm, Liv's latest purchase. Or as Liv, I say, well, it's us because it's the farm shop, but anyways. We have a 2021 SAMCO planter for planting pumpkins. Trying to figure out our spacings is our only issue we're having. We're trying to go 8 foot between the rows, so that gives each line of seed 4 foot of room to expand the vines into to grow pumpkins. We started off probably too thick, then we went too far. They weren't probably not too bad. That one's a bit too far.
No, that one's right.
I'm just all steer. I need all steer. We're using black biodegradable film, so that unit there lays it. Then this unit here punches it. So each one of them punches the plastic. It's on a cam. There's a release on the bottom. So when it gets to the bottom, it opens up the punch. You can't see because the camera's not looking where I'm pointing. There's a cam on the bottom, which opens the punch. Still not looking where I'm looking. Opens the punch, and then the seed metering wheel is in here, working off a vacuum in there, and it brings one seed at a time, brings it down, loses the vacuum, it drops out up there. This brush sweeps it into the hole and drops it in through the punch. The amount of saving, in an hour we planted 1,800 seeds, and Liv planted 260 in the greenhouse in an hour. So that's the difference in labour. And when we plant them here, we're finished, apart from we'll have to figure out how we're going to control the weeds between the rows. The reason for the black biodegradable film is weed suppression. So everywhere you see a punch, the camera will look, everywhere you see a punch, there should be a seed in there. That seedling grows and he comes up through that hole that's there. All the weeds that will try and grow underneath that won't grow because there's no sunlight. That's the theory behind it. Fingers crossed, this works. So we're just going to finish out. I power hard out. Oh, we have one more run to do. Yeah, I powered out to here. So I have to go out with the stone picker, pick stone, power hard the rest of it before we can sow the rest of it. So this is the trial. So it is. Let's go lay plastic. And that's us planting away. The main issue, there's no way of knowing whether you have seed block or a chain come off to know that you're letting out the seed from the cab. So it requires a Liv to be a sensor to watch the meter and wheel letting in the seed and make sure the chain doesn't slip off that it's putting in the seed. It's a team effort, getting it done. There are 2 runs done. We need to do more power harrowing and stone picking, and we can sow some more. Anyways, that's the new pumpkin planter. So fingers crossed, everything goes how we hope it does. Me and Liv are doing the cattle rounds. We have a couple of cattle batches to move, and we've 1 batch to put out within the castle for the last while, and we have their bit fenced. We just have to put the fencer to it, and we're going to drop them out after we've done the round. Bro and Brendan are getting the 6480 hooked up to draw bales, so that when Eric comes back from Rowan, he'll be able to just go straight back up on me with the baler, and then Brendan can use the 7618 to go harrowing. That's our best move. So that's the plan as it stands. Father Phil is away putting out fertilizer on our foliar spray, foliar fertilizer on crops at the minute, and on the crops it's not looking great, so it's not, but we'll explain that later. Just down the bottoms on the bit we were seeded last back end. Lads here are happy out. We have water, hasn't rained in like 2 weeks, and we have a pile of water there. So I need to at some point get a shore broke out from there through the embankment into the drain to let go of that water. Well, not looking too bad. We do have rushes down here, which we'll just have to keep on top of with the mulcher. But the embankment here that'll be dry has grown nicely. Ducks now is our only thing. When we take the cattle off this, they might get another day on it. We'll have to try and get down here with a bit of duck spray. Clover safe for that, keep the clover we sowed in it, and try and take the ducks over. It's a little bit patchy down here now. I did stitch in fresh grass, and I got slurry on it, so I don't know, but it's not doing too bad now. It's just take a year for it to really start to thicken out. It definitely did with the multi-species, and it's looking fantastic at the minute, so hopefully the same will do. But it's not too bad. Another day now and we'll probably move them also. So happy out. Just out with the heifers now. Liv has gone, turn off the fence, and we give these guys a fresh move to some fresh grass. They are quite content out here now, very content. So it's going to be interesting to see now how big they'll be in July when we go to sync them up for AI, and the good ones, the ones in that batch there mostly. And Ted is there somewhere. I see Ted. There's Ted there. Hey boys, that's Nelly out when we be herding cattle and that. And Nelly's decided she wants to run around the silage ground, which we should be cutting that Monday. But she will not come back. And we are literally about to drive on the road, and she will not come.
Come on!
Yeah, great training on this dog. I'm about 30 seconds too late getting the camera going. Bro's just heading off at the rake there to go rowing. So me and Liv are just putting on the cattle trailer, and we're going to move these 15 lads out to where they're going, so we have to give them a shot of black leg and drop them up, so it shouldn't be too bad. And that's everyone out that needs to go out, so we just let them out of the shed and they're in the castle there while we're waiting to get this bit of fencing sorted. And that's us loaded up now. So we've 17, so these are 17 of the carryover from 2023's cattle, so they'll be killed just under 36 months. Because they weren't heavy enough to be feeding to kill at 24, so we separate them out and then they go out for another summer to get more weight on them. Usually the ones that we do this with at 34, 35 months, they be killed December, January time. They usually be coming in around 600 plus kilos live weight, so they do well, but they're just on the light side for killing, so we always have a few. They're going to a 10-acre rotation, break it into 3 paddocks, and fingers crossed that'll do them. That'll do them till about August when we'll put them in to start feeding them. We've been out in the castle for nearly 2 months now. We just let them out of the shed in the good weather, rather than having them in the shed and just feeding them out a ring feeder. But all of us are going now to get these guys out because we have to pull up on the main road to let them off, and the main road is always a busy hoover road. So that's the lads off. We'll catch up with them there in a day or two. You're working on the main road. Just watch your wits about you, you're not going to be pricking with the camera. Now back to the yard, drop the trailer, put in the drawbar, and we put on the baler. And we are gone. It's time to go make the first bales of the year. So just after loading up with net, Bro's just ready to come behind me there in the 6480 with the double bale Fleming handler and the front handler, soft hands on the tractor, so you can bring 3 in at a time and we get them stacked for the farmer. As someone said, it's a 22 acre field. Bro says it's not overly heavy, so we'll see what we have in bales. And for this season I now have a blower unit, I now have EirCode. Let's bail onto the field and see how we go on. Fingers crossed, cross everything. Everything is serviced up, everything is ready to go, so we should have no issues. But besides that thing, you just never know till they'll get the first job over you. First bale of 2025 getting wrapped. We have liftoff. The grass is in great order, it's in serious order. Just nicely wilted. To be honest, there's not much on this. I'd say if you wanted, with the way the weather is, you could push on for hay. It's quite mad to say it, but hopefully in about 2.5 to 3 hours, that's what I'm hoping I'll be out here in. Our next bale up. Yeah, drops. I'm not to get out yet. It's if I get 3 bales in without getting out, I think it could be a first. Usually I have issues with the net, or she'd be something would stick on it. No, we are sucking these. That's the third bale out. This will be beating on me knife pressure over pressurizing, but apart from that, I think we are sucking this. Happy days. Bro is here. So he's just at the far end there, starting to bring in bales. Farmer's bringing in bales himself, but he's 1 at a time. Bro will get them in there 3 at a time. You'll see grass is a little bit wavy there once mowed. That's the farmer wanted it kept up 2-3 inches. He didn't want to bring in all of it, or the soul of it. But still a great crop of grass. Great crop of grass. Just can't really get over it. It's kind of would have went 2 ways. Reduced a lot and not been that heavy, but it's just, seems to be bulking up quite well, so it is. Flying in here now. We're blocked up once. I've probably been a bit too greedy. I'm pushing her on too fast. But whatever. That's what you get. You always get a bit confident when you get going and you keep pushing her in her gear, pushing her in her gear. And then you bang the pickup. And then you're like, yeah, I'm pushing it too hard. So anyway, we're flying it here. Stone picker is finished and ready for picking up. So when we get finished here, we go and pick it up. Wasn't too bad actually to get fixed, so I'm happy now, happy. And I seen him fixing it yesterday. It was yesterday. I seen the job he was doing, so well done. Bro's drawing bales here like there's no tomorrow. He's going to be the rest of the day here because he has to draw a lot of bales at maybe 2 kilometers, and then the rest are getting stacked in the field. Brendan has the next bit mowed and he's going back now to just grease the tether. On the tether, grease the tether. She was left ready last year, so she's grease it and go ted the bit that he mowed, and then that's for baling tomorrow. So I will hopefully get stone picking for ourselves this evening and then start getting back out in the country tomorrow with the stone picker, because I have quite a bit to get done. So quite a bit to get done. But yeah, that's what everything here is going nice. I just slowed her back a bit because I don't want to block it again, so I'd like to get finished up. And that's just done. So just over the 100 bales there. So that is the first 100 bales of the season done. So we'll be back baling now tomorrow. A bit those mowed today, but everything perfect. Blocked the baler once, as I said. Apart from that, everything went perfect. Probably one of the best starts to the season I've ever had. And this baler, just shy of 92,000 bales, as I just checked them on her. I actually thought we had a couple of thousand more on it, but no, it's 92,000. And I know, I said I was to have a new baler this year. And I know we probably are overdue a new baler. And I actually thought I had a baler bought. When I mean I thought I had a baler bought, I had looked at a baler. I'd seen a baler online, got permission to go buy the baler, rung to buy the baler, got talked out of buying the baler. Now I don't know whether I was being talked out of it because they were trying to upsell me a more expensive baler, or whether the baler was a baler that was going to be something that would give trouble and didn't want me having the baler because of YouTube. I do not know, but they talked me out of buying the baler, so I said I'd have a look at it. I'd come down and look at it. And 2 days passed till I got a chance. I said we'll come down now and look at it. Rung them, we'll go look at that baler. Oh, that baler sold. And that was it. So yeah, I was quite pissed off over that now. Because other than that, we'd have a new baler. Not new, but new to us. And then we went and bought the nurse tank, and then we bought the power harrow, and then that kind of dried up the financial end of it. So we probably won't have a baler this year. Now, pigs may fly in, we may end up with a baler later in the season, but I cannot see the baler changing now. I have to hand it this out Fusion 2. She's knocking it out of the park, but we do need to go for a film on film just to be able to provide that service and hold on to the work we have. Because otherwise you're just, one of the things for anyone who watches and knows or doesn't know contracting, you're out working for people. It's very much a dog-eat-dog world, and there is so many balers, so many balers on the country baling that you have to try and keep on top of the latest. And the film on film is the new one, and it's been around a good few years now, and it really is getting to the point where we probably should have done it 3 or 4 years ago, but I just couldn't talk them into it. I haven't talked into it now. We're going to be on, drop this off, go for the stone picker, and then we go pick stones for the rest of the evening. So anyways, be on, and we have the stone picker picked up. So just driving back with it. So it's not too far. About 5 kilometers, so I didn't have to bring it too far. So we'll bring back, I'll show you the job that's done. They're real tidy. Got the wheel straightened, axle straightened, and then strengthened it with some gussets. Done the same the other side to prevent the same thing from happening to the other side. When I get stones picked tonight, it just clears up the rest of the work to do that, and then I probably the next 3 days picking stones then, because I have a nice bit to try and get done. Keep at it. We're out in the quarry field, as it's called, because of all these lovely stones. They're just everywhere. And this will be my 3rd year in a row of picking it for stones. So it just goes to show how bad it was or is, I don't know which. So we've everything to do up to where the sunflowers are sown and the far end of the field. I'll show you the job that was done. So you can see in there, so is it all painted, but this is the one that was bent. You had to cut that shaft as a 50mm solid steel and then put in the 2 braces top and bottom to give it strength, and then it just done the very same this side to give it strength, so that hopefully the same won't happen this side. So yeah, that's where it's at. Wasn't too bad either, price wise. So up here, we fold her out and we get picking. So I have old lines in here, but I'm going to put new lines in just to match everything. So we're picking away here. So dust makes it interesting because you can't really see what you're doing that terribly well. So when it comes to stone picking, all I'm doing is picking stones off the top 2 inches or more, 2 to 3 inches of ground. It'll rake everything off that level. And lower than that, it'll usually slip across it. Usually. Just breaks everything into the centre. Big drum then fires it in, chucks it into the back. End bigger than an inch is in the tank. So it really does not matter whether it's a stone, a clod, a stick, a tyre. Doesn't matter. It ends up in the tank if it's bigger. So it's in good order, this. So it's well harrowed, so I should have a relatively clean sample, I'm hoping. So sunflowers is ring roll, try and keep moisture in the ground, so hopefully we'll start seeing lines of sunflowers coming up there now. But the reason for picking the stones, 2 reasons. One, is to make our planter lane, the plastic, more effective, because the stones can cause this to happen, plastic film to tear and just cause issues, so you just eliminate that by picking the stones. The other thing then, because we'll have the public out here for pumpkin picking, sunflower picking, we need to show that we have picked the stones for health and safety. So this ticks that box. The stoniest where we started over there, and the top headland up here is also very stony. After that, it shouldn't be too bad. As I said, this is our third year picking this field. But it's called the quarry field. It's called the quarry field for a reason. Because there used to be a quarry out here that, what I got told was, the council quarried stone out here during World War II. That was what I got told. And that is why it's such a stony bit of ground. The dumper stone in the piles that's already out there from the last couple of years picking. We're also coming near full now. You hear her start to regurgitate, that's a sign that she's nearly full. There's no sensor on it. Oh, that is the machine tipped. So I've taken that out because it will not come down if that's there. So that is the sample from that. So yeah, picking a lot of the small stones. I don't really want to pick all the really small stones, they're not going to affect. And there's more of them bigger kind of stones I'm after. So if I go faster, more of them smaller guys will stay in the field as they'll slip through the rotors, and I should rake the bigger guys. So just probably pick up a bit of speed. Just want to leave them smaller stones behind, because you want stones in land. It's a fine balancing act. Taking out the big stones that do harm and leaving the smaller stones behind, because the stones provide heat and soakage for land. To get the balance right. Now there's no shortage, it will be sandier kind of soil, but at the same time, when I can know to avoid it by going a bit faster, I'll just leave more of them smaller guys behind. Too bad. And this is the next morning. I forgot about the camera and left it on the harrow where it was. There's the peacocks outside the window there. So Father Phil is working on the lawn shovel at the minute, so I should have that finished today. And then they're starting into tractors and trailers to be ready to go. I'm just heading off stone picking now for customers. So the next 3 days at that. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Any questions, anything like that, hit me in the comments down below. We'll try and get back to you. And as always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it from me and the peacock. Good luck.